Today's story is about a smart and beautiful magazine writer who, on her boss's saying, for a promotion, trapped a middle-class boy 20 years younger than her in her love's web. At first, everything was normal, and there was no distance in their closeness. That boy kept thinking that he had found true love, but for that writer, he was just a means to a promotion. She, by using his innocence and his passion, impresses her boss. But when that boy finds out about this game, his heart breaks completely. But something else was written in that boy's fate, which we will see in today's entire story. So, hello friends, my name is Ishida, and in the beginning of the story, we see a 40-year-old, beautiful, and smart woman who has been working for a fashion show magazine company for the last 8 years. Her name is Alice, and she is very serious about her work. But she is very strict with everyone, and perhaps because of this, for the last 4 years, she has not gotten any promotion. After divorcing her husband, she lives with her 12-year-old daughter, Joy. But due to being overly busy with work, she mostly leaves her daughter at her sister's place. In life, she is quite lonely and so busy with work that she can't even find time for herself. Then one day, due to company work, she has to go to Brazil. And after the work is done, when she is returning by flight, that's when she meets a young boy named Baltazar who is 20 years old and is a college student. Baltazar had taken an economy class ticket. But due to some problem with the seat, he is shifted to business class, right in the seat next to Alice. Now, sitting in business class for the first time, Baltazar is very happy, while Alice is busy with her work on her laptop. But then suddenly turbulence starts on the plane, and Alice, out of fear, grabs Baltazar's hand. This moment was like a movie scene for Baltazar, because for the first time, a girl had held his hand, and right then, a strange feeling for Alice awakened in his heart. Now, when the flight lands and Alice is about to leave, Baltazar tries to talk to her, but Alice just says goodbye and leaves. Just then, under the seat, he finds Alice's flash drive, which had fallen down. So, to return it, he starts running. But by then, it is already too late, and Alice, having sat in her sister's car, had already left. Now, on the way, Alice's sister tells her about a doctor, that he is a very nice guy and you should meet him. But as soon as Alice hears the word marriage, it starts to feel boring. And she thinks that staying a single mother is better. After this, she goes directly to the office. But there, her colleagues are not happy with her strict behavior and keep bad-mouthing her among themselves. However, in the office, she has a good friend named Simon who supports her in everything. Just then, a staff member named Liz tells Alice that a call came from a boy named Baltazar and he wanted to talk to you. Alice immediately refuses, saying, "I don't know any Baltazar." Then she goes to her boss and talks about promotion. But the boss clearly says that your articles seem old and boring type. There is nothing in them that engages the new generation. Something new and exciting will have to be brought, otherwise consider that your job is in danger. Hearing this, Alice gets very angry, and working in the office until late at night, she keeps thinking about how to bring something new and exciting. Just then, her eyes fall on the note left by Liz, on which it was written that that boy was talking about the flash drive. Alice remembers that she had dropped the flash drive on the flight. She immediately calls Baltazar and says that the flash drive is very important. "Where are you? I need it right now." At that time, Baltazar is at a club with his friends, so he asks Alice to come there. Without delay, Alice quickly reaches there, and Baltazar, seeing her, takes her inside and starts introducing her to his friends. But there, two girls from Alice's office are also present, who are shocked to see her with Baltazar. Alice wants to take the flash drive and leave quickly, but Baltazar says, "It's at my house. Let's go there." Then, coming out, he asks her to get on his scooter. Alice is a bit scared to get on the scooter and can't even put on the helmet properly. Baltazar helps her, and just then, from a distance, those two office girls see them from a different angle, making it seem like they are kissing. Both immediately take a photo and upload it to social media. Now, upon reaching Baltazar's house, his dad is also present there, who talks a bit too much and starts telling Alice about himself and prying. Baltazar also deliberately delays giving the flash drive so he can talk to Alice a bit more. Doing this, after a while, he gives the flash drive and says, "Shall I drop you home on my scooter?" Alice refuses, saying, "I'll take a taxi." He then asks, "Can we go for coffee sometime?" Alice just smiles and says thank you before leaving. But the next day, when Alice goes to the office, everyone starts staring at her strangely. Alice also feels weird. What's wrong with them? Just then, one of her friends takes her and shows her a photo saying people are saying that you were kissing some boy. Alice says this is all nonsense, nothing like that happened. But her boss, seeing this, gets happy and says, this is exactly what we need. You are dating a 20-year-old boy, which will show that you understand the younger generation better, and our magazine will start selling fast. Alice clearly refuses, but her boss insists that if you want a promotion, you must publish this thing. Now Alice gets confused, and after discussing with Simon, he says, if the boss wants this, then even if just for show, you should date Balthazar so you can get the promotion. Alice doesn't feel this is right, and she thinks all night about how she will do this work. But finally, for the promotion, she decides to date Balthazar. Then the next day, in a new look, she goes to meet Balthazar at his college, and there, all the boys just keep staring at her, and Balthazar can't even take his eyes off her. Alice starts flirting with him, and both start talking. Alice talks about taking him to a show in the evening, which makes Balthazar very happy. Then in the evening, both reach that show where there are many people. Balthazar goes to get a drink. Then the host of the show, Claude, comes and starts talking to Alice and tries to get close to her in front of Balthazar. Balthazar doesn't like this at all, and he starts making fun of Claude's baldness. Hearing this, Alice starts laughing loudly, making Claude feel insulted and leave. After this, both talk a lot about themselves, and Balthazar also feels very good. Then, when they come outside, Alice's sister calls and tells her that the doctor has come home to meet you. Come home quickly. Hearing this, Alice lies to Balthazar, saying, my daughter has suddenly fallen ill, so I need to get home quickly. Hearing this, Balthazar immediately stops a taxi and sends Alice home, and seeing his caring nature, Alice realizes how much he cares about her. After this, reaching home, everyone starts talking while having dinner, but Alice bothers the doctor by asking weird questions, and then the doctor leaves angrily. Now, Alice had thought that if she wants to please her boss, she must first make herself more attractive and give Balthazar more time. With this thought, she takes Balthazar to a fashion show, where her company's CEO and boss are both present. But when the show starts and all the models start walking on the ramp, suddenly a model loses her balance and falls. Seeing this, Balthazar quickly moves forward and respectfully helps her up. The CEO, seeing this, immediately stops the show. But Balthazar's gentlemanly manner impresses her a lot. Then, after finishing the show, both reach a club where Alice's boss is also present. After talking to them for a while, Balthazar and Alice have drinks and go to the dance floor and start dancing together. The atmosphere becomes romantic, and both slowly start getting closer. Actually, Alice was dancing very close to him to show her boss, and her boss is completely shocked to see this. But then Alice notices that some girls are taking their pictures. She immediately grabs Balthazar's hand and goes outside, and then Balthazar drops her home on his scooter. Outside the house, there comes a moment where Balthazar is about to kiss her. But Alice doesn't give him the chance and says goodnight before going inside. However, Balthazar's restlessness increases, and he feels that maybe he missed his chance. Then he himself goes and knocks on the door, and as the door opens, he starts kissing Alice. Alice first tries to make him understand that this wouldn't be right, but Balthazar doesn't give her any chance to explain. After this, what was to happen? A storm brews in the room that lasts the whole night. The next morning, Alice gets worried. What happened to her? She tells Balthazar to quickly leave, and he is about to leave. But then it starts raining, so Balthazar has to stay for a while. Then Alice makes coffee and brings it, and both start joking with each other while drinking coffee. But meanwhile, Alice's sister and her daughter return home. So Alice lies to them, saying Balthazar works at her office, and immediately hands him some files, and Balthazar starts to leave. But at the door itself, Alice stops him and kisses him. This shows that Alice has now actually started to like Balthazar. Now the story changes to a completely different tone because the relationship that started to show the world has now turned into a true feeling. Both go out together, plan surprises, and spend a lot of private time together, and now their closeness increases more than before. Then one day, while drinking together, Balthazar speaks his heart, saying, I want to marry you. I know this is a bit crazy, but I love you very much and always want to be with you. Hearing this, Alice becomes thoughtful because initially she had started this relationship, thinking of her own benefit. But now it has become a deep feeling. She says that we are very different and I am 20 years older than you. I have a 12-year-old daughter and many responsibilities too. When I am 50 years old, you will be a 30-year-old young man, and what will people say? I love you, but perhaps we should stop here. Balthazar is not ready to accept this, but Alice leaves because she knows she had used Balthazar, and now she herself has fallen in love with him, but still, due to fear of society, she wants to distance herself. Now both become alone, and Balthazar starts feeling very troubled. He tells his papa about his heartache, and he explains that first love doesn't happen to everyone. Life keeps moving forward, and we have to forget the past and move with time. Meanwhile, Alice gets the promotion for the new magazine, which makes her very happy. But the question starts arising in her mind. Was it right to play with someone's feelings to get a promotion? Now what she wanted, she had gotten, but she had become very disturbed inside. Then, a few days later, their CEO comes to the office to see the magazine cover photos. But she doesn't like any cover and is looking for a new face. Just then, her eyes fall on the wallpaper of Alice's laptop, which had a picture of Balthazar. The CEO remembers this is the same boy who, when a girl fell down during the show, this boy helped her, and she wants Balthazar to be the new model. Alice starts to refuse, but due to her boss's insistence, she has to agree. Now Alice gets worried about how she will talk to Balthazar. Still, she calls and messages him, but Balthazar, with his broken heart, is sitting at home drinking and doesn't reply. Seeing this, finally, Alice herself goes to his house, where, as before, Balthazar's papa starts prying a lot. Then, to talk, Alice takes Balthazar outside. He thinks that maybe Alice wants to reconnect the relationship, but Alice says, "You have to model for the magazine, for which you'll get a lot of money and the chance to work with beautiful girls." Balthazar gets angry that you came after so many days just for your work. Alice tries to make him understand, but he says, "I don't want to meet you anymore," and leaves. Now, on the day of the photo shoot, everyone is waiting, thinking Balthazar will come, and Alice is tense that if he doesn't come, her job will be gone because her boss and everyone else had already arrived. Her friend Simon says that I think maybe you should tell the boss that the boy won't come because it's already very late. Alice also goes to tell him, but just then they find out that Balthazar has arrived. Now, before the photo shoot, he is taken to the makeup room. But just then, Simon comes there and tells Balthazar the truth that it was I who advised Alice to build a relationship with you for the promotion, and all the mistake was mine. Hearing this, Balthazar feels very bad because now he understood everything. Then after makeup, he comes out and everyone starts looking at him, and as soon as Alice comes near him, he starts kissing her in a strange way in front of everyone, which shocks everyone. After this, the shooting starts, but now there is difficulty in posing because he was new to all this. The photographer also gets troubled and starts shouting at Balthazar. He also gets irritated and starts talking back, and in anger, he leaves everything and starts to leave. Alice tries to stop him, saying, "Please don't do this. Everything will be ruined." But Balthazar doesn't agree and says, "I loved you from the heart, and you were using me. I wanted you from the heart, and you came to me for your benefit, and even today, you are doing the same." Saying this, he leaves angrily, and later, Alice is also fired from her job. Now Alice becomes completely alone and understands that more important than career is the person she loves. She feels a lot of shame for what she did, because for her career, she had become selfish, and whatever she did was wrong. She starts feeling very troubled. Neither can she eat properly nor sleep properly. She tries very hard to contact Balthazar, but it's as if Balthazar has disappeared somewhere, which makes Alice even more troubled. Then one day she gets Balthazar's new college address, so she, like a mad person, reaches his college, and after asking some students, she finds out that he is in class right now. After this, without a moment's delay, she goes straight to his classroom, where a lecture was going on in Balthazar's class, and many students were present. Everyone understood that Alice had come to say something because everyone recognized her. But she starts saying in front of everyone that in the trap of career, I had forgotten that the most important thing in a person's life is their love. I love Balthazar, and now I don't care what people will think because there is a 20-year age difference between us. Even if at 50 years old he will be a 30-year-old young man, still, I want to stay with him for life. Hearing this, everyone is shocked, and Balthazar also forgives her. After this, Alice kisses him in front of the entire class, and in this way, both become one again. Now both decide to get married and prove to everyone that true love is not bound by any age. After this, both start a new beginning and start living their life openly. And with this happy moment, the story ends right here. So, friends, I hope you liked this story very much. We'll meet again with another fun story.